Very beautiful and successful and talented actress. She stars in The Big Bang Theory, Thursdays
Take a
at
look
8
at
o'clock
this.
on TV. Kaley Cuoco, everybody! Kaley Cuoco!
You remember her, the girl next door who lit up living rooms across America. Kaley Cuoco was more than a sitcom star. She was the laughter, the warmth, the effortless charm that made The Big Bang Theory a cultural phenomenon for over a decade. But what most fans never saw, what was never written into any script, was the quiet collapse that came with that success. Because while Penny had the dream job, the dream friends, and the dream life on TV, Kaley Cuoco, behind the scenes, was struggling to hold her own together. And the truth behind her story, one of loss, heartbreak, and rebirth, is far more human than Hollywood ever. Before she was the face of CBS, Kaley Cuoco was a California kid who just loved being in front of a camera. She started modeling at 6, acting by 9, and by 16, she had already landed her breakout role in 8 Simple Rules. According to early casting directors, Kaley's audition lit up the room. She had that rare combination of comedic timing and approachable beauty, the kind that reminded people of old Hollywood stars like Goldie Hawn or Suzanne Summers. But success came with a price. During her rise on 8 Simple Rules, tragedy struck. In 2003, the show's lead, John Ritter, passed away suddenly on set.
I just heard screaming. And I looked over and I see all these people and everyone is just hysterical. He's gone, he's gone. I was like...
Kaley, just a teenager, was devastated. Crew members later said she looked heartbroken but determined to keep going. The experience marked her deeply, a painful lesson that even in Hollywood, the laughter can stop without warning. It was her first real taste of how fragile everything in this business could be. When The Big Bang Theory premiered in 2007, few imagined it would become one of the most successful sitcoms in history. Kaley's role as Penny was the show's emotional glue, the every woman surrounded by eccentric geniuses. Her character grounded the humor, brought humanity, and became instantly iconic. A former Big Bang Theory producer once said, "She made the show accessible." Without Penny, the audience would have felt like outsiders. But the success was overwhelming. Suddenly, Kaley wasn't just famous, she was America's sweetheart. Tabloids covered everything from her paychecks to her haircuts. Every relationship, every smile, became public property. Behind that effortless on-screen energy was a woman trying to survive the pressure of being perfect. By season 5, the cast was making history with million-dollar paychecks per episode. On-screen, Penny's love life was a running joke. Off-screen, Kaley's was a quiet heartbreak. According to several crew members, she and co-star Johnny Galecki had a secret relationship for nearly 2 years. One they kept hidden to protect the show. They'd laugh, flirt, and share inside jokes during takes, then retreat to separate corners when cameras stopped rolling. When it ended, it left both of them wounded. Johnny would later say in an interview, "We loved each other deeply. It just wasn't our time." Kaley carried that pain in silence. She was expected to stay professional, to keep the chemistry alive for fans, even as her own heart broke. And while fans celebrated Penny and Leonard's fictional romance, Kaley was quietly facing the loneliness that comes from pretending to be happy for a living. As one insider put it, Kaley learned to compartmentalize, to be bubbly on cue, even when she was falling apart. By the show's 6th season, Kaley Cuoco had it all: fame, fortune, and an army of adoring fans. But what looked like the dream life was, behind the curtain, a treadmill she couldn't step off. According to insiders close to the production, Kaley was under constant pressure to maintain her image. The network wanted her to stay relatable but flawless. Every appearance was scrutinized, every outfit analyzed. When she cut her hair in 2014, fans revolted online, angry that Penny didn't look like Penny anymore. Kaley later admitted that it crushed her confidence. "I cried over that haircut," she said. "It sounds silly, but I felt like I disappointed everyone." She began to struggle with anxiety. Perfection wasn't just a professional expectation anymore. It became a personal obsession. According to a friend, she started in 2013. Kaley married tennis player Ryan Sweeting. To fans, it looked like her fairy tale moment, the perfect match for TV's golden girl. But behind the Instagram smiles, the marriage was unraveling fast. Within 2 years, it ended in divorce. Kaley later confessed in interviews, "It was devastating. I thought I'd never recover." Friends recall that she threw herself into work to avoid the pain. She'd show up to set, deliver jokes, laugh with the crew, then go home and cry alone. The contrast between her life on screen and off became unbearable. According to a former Big Bang assistant director, she wasn't just tired, she was emotionally emptied. She'd been playing happy for so long, she didn't know how to feel real anymore. Kaley described that time as her rock bottom, but rock bottom became the turning point. She decided to rebuild, this time on her terms. That's when she realized in 2019, as The Big Bang Theory ended, Kaley faced a question that haunted every long-running TV star. Who am I without the role that made me famous? For 12 years, she had been Penny, but now she wanted to be something else, someone else. That's when she found The Flight Attendant. According to her producing partner at Yes, Norman Productions, the series wasn't just another job, it was her therapy. Kaley was telling her own story through that character, they said. The show explored addiction, trauma, and the chaos of self-destruction, themes that mirrored her own struggles. Critics praised her performance as fearless and raw. It earned her Emmy and Golden Globe nominations, but more importantly, it earned her back her voice. This wasn't Penny anymore. This was Kaley, unfiltered. And for the first time in years, she wasn't pretending to be okay. She was channeling her pain into purpose. But even reinvention came with a price. An insider from Warner Brothers described how Kaley's decision to expose her vulnerabilities scared a lot of people. They said she'd spent years being America's smiling sitcom star. Suddenly, she was talking about therapy and trauma. It wasn't the image networks liked to sell. Kaley didn't care. In interviews, she spoke openly about anxiety, panic attacks, and therapy. "I was tired of pretending," she said. "Everyone thought I was living the dream, but I was barely holding on." Her honesty made her a role model to millions who had watched her grow up on screen. Fans wrote to her saying her openness helped them confront their own struggles. For viewers who had followed her since 8 Simple Rules, it was like seeing a childhood friend finally breathe again. But just when things seemed steady again, life threw her another curveball. In 2022, Kaley met actor Tom Pelphrey. The connection was instant, unexpected, deep, and healing. In a 2023 interview, Kaley said, "It was love at first sight. I wasn't looking for it. It just happened." A year later, she gave birth to their daughter, Matilda. Friends say motherhood transformed her. Kaley finally looked at peace, one close source shared. She used to chase happiness. Now she just lives it. Balancing fame, love, and motherhood brought her full circle. From the young actress chasing approval to the woman defining success on her own terms. But she's also honest about the balance. "I still struggle. I still get anxious. But now I don't hide it. That's the difference." For fans who grew up watching her, this wasn't just another celebrity. Looking back, Kaley Cuoco admits she doesn't miss the spotlight the way she once did. "In my 20s, I lived for it," she told a reporter. "Now, I just want peace." According to longtime colleagues, that peace came from acceptance, of imperfection, of failure, of finally not needing to perform all the time. A Big Bang producer put it simply, Kaley was everyone's Penny, but now she's finally Kaley. Her story reminds us that even the people who make us laugh the hardest are often fighting the darkest battles. And maybe that's what made her performances so memorable, because deep down, they came from truth. For most of her career, Kaley Cuoco had the dream role, the fame, the fortune, the global recognition. But today, what she calls her dream life looks completely different. It's mornings with her daughter, quiet nights off camera, producing projects she believes in, living without the constant need for approval. A longtime friend said, For years, Kaley's happiness depended on applause. Now, it comes from silence, from knowing she's enough. She may have had the dream role, but now she finally has the dream life. Kaley Cuoco's story isn't about a fall from grace. It's about grace found after the fall. She gave the world laughter even when she was running on empty, and in doing so, she became something greater than a sitcom star. She became a mirror for anyone who's ever looked successful on the outside but felt lost inside. Because the truth is, the roles we play, on screen or in life, can only take us so far. Sometimes the hardest role you'll ever play is yourself.